Jacqueline McLean explains. It is just after 8 in the morning.
No, God is good. God is great.
Keenan Thomas is a single father. After months of not having a home at all,
Being homeless, it's really tough.
Thomas was excited to call this apartment his own.
This is Kimani's room.
5 months after Thomas signed a 15-month lease, a work crew showed up at the house out of the blue with bad news.
We're here to board the place up. I'm like, board the place up? I'm like, why is that? He said, because the place is being foreclosed.
That's how Thomas found out the building he was renting an apartment in was in foreclosure. When he called the landlord,
and then I'm like, well, what do you all that mean though? Because I'm sending you rent money, so where's the rent money going?
Blanchard got his foreclosure news not from his landlord, but from a knock on the front door by a bank officer.
My evictions notice? What are you talking about?
Joss says the bank gave him 7 days to move out. He went to court and pleaded for a month, which he got.
You would think this is a homeowner issue, but it's not.
No, it is not. The mortgage crisis has trickled down to renters in a big way. The Fox 9 investigators obtained this list of rental foreclosures in Hennepin County. 36 pages long, it adds up to almost 2,000 foreclosures. More than half are in Minneapolis. You can chart the increase in rental foreclosures in housing court. The first sign of real trouble was spotted in the summer.
In July, we had over 1,000 filings in our housing court, and these are primarily almost entirely rental properties that have gone into foreclosure.
We're on 4th Street North, from the 2100 block to around 5200. There are 20 rental foreclosures on this one street. There are similar numbers of foreclosures on dozens of other streets in neighborhoods throughout the city.
What do we want? Now! What do we want? Now!
The nonprofit community group Acorn spent the summer holding rallies to spotlight all the Northside foreclosures.
A lot of these landlords too are managing to collect rent even when they're not making payments on the properties.
It was in foreclosure for 5 full months, and he knew about this. He was actively looking for renters.
Unfortunately, the law appears to work in favor of the landlord.
There's no sort of law in place at this point that requires landlords to inform their tenants when they are going into foreclosure.
No repairs and property neglect is often the first sign of trouble with investment properties. Tenants like Tammy Rowe live in limbo while they wait for the foreclosure to become final. Now, instead of paying rent, she pays the utilities so her family can stay in the house.
Lights, gas, water, sewage.
Across the river in St. Paul,
It's pretty bad.
the inner city is seeing the brunt of rental foreclosures also.
A lot of times the landlord's absent. They leave the property.
Often tenants have no way of contacting their landlords.
He gave us a PO address and not a forwarding actual mailing address.
Doesn't have a listed number.
Because our landlord wouldn't call us. We couldn't call her.
The Fox 9 investigators knocked on several doors and we called, but couldn't find the landlords for either Shaw or Thomas.
Yeah, I want to talk to you about some of your properties in Minneapolis.
We tracked down Tammy Rowe's landlord in Rochester, who told us him and his wife were hit with a lot of bad luck.
The big loss that we had, the contractor who was supposed to do the work for us, took off with all the money.
Daniel Vega and his wife own 9 apartment buildings in Minneapolis. All 9 are in foreclosure.
You follow me? Come on.
Renters who are forced to move don't want to hear excuses. They want the law changed to hold landlords accountable.
We never got our deposit back.
There needs to be something in place that, like a safety net for these people.
That's why you rent, so you don't have to worry about paying the mortgage.
If they catch the bus, they're gonna miss it.
It is now close to 8:30 a.m. Thomas and his son make their bus. Their morning commute is about 10 minutes from home. Thomas, too, is no longer paying rent, only utilities.
If we don't find no place by February, we'll be homeless.
A number of counties and cities are starting to form foreclosure task forces to tackle the growing problem of mortgage foreclosures. To read more of foreclosures and tenant rights, go to myfox9.com, click on News, then Investigators. I'm Fox 9 investigator Jacqueline McLean.
2 attorneys with the foreclosure.
Oh, did you see me on TV?
Right now, ready to take your questions.